Do you know how this affects your savings? Musk's SpaceX stake is worth over $1 trillion. Here are the other billionaire shareholders' SpaceX shares were up 37% after its historic debut last week, which offered shares at a set price of $135. Here's everything we know so far. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Here is what Wall Street does not want you to know. Oil tanker traffic in Strait of Hormuz jumps after U.S. and Iran implement deal to open sea lane. The U.S.-Iran deal has raised questions about how the Strait of Hormuz will be governed after the toll-free period ends. Let's break this down quickly. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates.
Congress just passed something, and most Americans do not know yet. Brooks and Capehart on Trump's record-low economic approval rating. David Brooks of The Atlantic and Jonathan Capehart of MS Now join Amna Nawaz to discuss the week in politics, including the preliminary deal with Iran, President Trump's record-low approval rating on the economy, and some Republicans in Congress breaking with Trump. Here are the key details. This story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
Here is what the political news actually means for your family. Watch, Tuberville backs Trump's Iran deal as Democrat blasts surrender. Lawmakers are split on Trump's Iran peace deal, with some praising nuclear progress while others warn it could give Tehran billions with no enforcement. This is why it matters. Political analysts say this development could have major consequences heading into the next election cycle. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by Fox News Politics. For daily U.S. political news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
The D.C. story that is dominating every American newsroom today. Dem senators call on FCC to pause Paramount Warner Bros. Deal on national security grounds. 3 Democratic senators are pressing the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, to halt a merger between Paramount and Warner Bros. Discovery, warning that the deal could pose a national security risk due to the involvement of foreign investors. Sens Cory Booker D&J, Adam Schiff D-Caliph, and Elizabeth Warren D-Mass urged FCC chairman, here's what's actually happening. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are responding as the situation continues to develop in Washington. Follow along as we cover the key details, the background, and what happens next. This story was reported by The Hill. Stay informed on what Washington is doing. Follow us for updates.
Your retirement account could be impacted by this news. The riskiest SpaceX stock trade of all had a big first week. SpaceX's IPO did not just mint the biggest debut in market history and a trillionaire, but it also triggered a historic land grab in risky leveraged ETFs. The key facts you need to know. Investors and traders on Wall Street are reacting quickly as this situation continues to unfold. This is a developing story, and we expect more information to emerge in the coming hours. This story was reported by CNBC Economy. Don't miss tomorrow's financial headlines. Subscribe now.
This baseball story just changed the entire season. MLB CBA negotiations timeline, where things stand as league proposes draft overhaul with a potential work stoppage looming in baseball. We're keeping tabs on all the major steps in negotiations. Here's everything we know so far. Baseball fans and sports analysts say this story will define the rest of the season. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CBS Sports MLB. For daily MLB news and baseball updates, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Basketball fans, this one is massive. NBA trade rumors, latest on Giannis Antetokounmpo, plus possible backup plans for Celtics Heat. Wolves' all eyes are on Antetokounmpo as the NBA draft nears and the offseason heats up. Let's break this down quickly. NBA insiders say this changes the entire landscape of the league and the playoff picture. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CBS Sports NBA. Follow us for daily basketball updates all season long.
Every football fan in America is watching this right now. Titans All-Pro Jeffrey Simmons signing multi-year extension to become NFL's highest-paid defensive tackle. Simmons was drafted by the Titans in the first round in 2019. Here are the key details. Coaches, players, and team management are all responding as this story continues to develop. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. More NFL headlines dropping every day. Subscribe and turn on notifications.
Your legal rights just changed and most people do not know it yet. Court sides with challenger to law banning drug users from possessing guns. This is why it matters. Legal experts say this ruling could have far-reaching consequences for millions of Americans. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by Scotto S. Blog. For daily legal and court news, follow Global News Digest.